Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this short tutorial, I'll show you how to use the across function in the tidyverse package to transform multiple columns in your data. Have you ever had to write a long line of repeated code to perform a simple operation on multiple columns? Well, the across function can help you write more concise and efficient code. Today, we'll take a look at some examples of how to use the across function on real data. Let's dig in. We have our famous iris dataset. And in this example, we want to apply the round function on basically all the numeric columns or a number of columns. So using the old method, I probably would do something like this. Passing the mutate function and passing the number of columns I want to apply this function on, then repeat the code a number of times. And the second example, I also want to summarize the data by species. I want to get the mean and the standard deviation for a number of columns. Same thing. I mean, it works all fine and good, but there is an even better approach. Some disadvantages about this method is that you most likely copied and pasted a lot of these things, and this is quite prone to error. And well, you shouldn't be doing that. This is a way better approach. It's tidy, your code looks cleaner, and it's all good. So let's go into the code and try to understand what's going on here. Now, we use the across function. We pass in the columns we want to apply a function on first, then we pass in the functions that we want to apply on the columns. So in the case of this first example, we want to apply the round function on the sepal length and the sepal width. So when we do this, we get, as you can see here, we get these two columns rounded and the others not, because we did not apply this round function on the others. Now we selected the sepal length and sepal width. We can also select by position. So I want to apply the round function on the first and second columns on my data set. So when we do that, we get the same thing. So basically, picking up columns, we can do that using the tidy select semantics. So any tidy select verb works in here, and you can pick that up easily. Now, our third example, we are using logic. So we want to apply the round function on all the columns that are double and are not either petal length or petal width. So in the case of our data sets, it's just the sepal length and sepal width. And yeah, you can see how simple and easy it is. We can also pass in our columns as a character, and we use the all of or any of or matches or start with or end with or whatever tidy select verb you know. So in this case, we want to apply the round function on the sepal length and petal width. So we want to apply that on all of them, all of this that are in calls. So if you have extra arguments to your function, then you'll want to format it in this format and not just like this, so that you can apply extra arguments to your function. So let's reduce this to 0 so that we see what we want to do and make sure it's working properly. So we can see the petal length works here, and the petal width is also affected. So yeah, that's how to do that using the mutate function. Then let's summarize. Let's apply the same logic on summarize function. So same thing, we group by species and we want to summarize the mean across columns that start with sepal. So we want to apply the min on sepal length and sepal width. So you do that, as you can see, it summarizes it fine for us. Now, I want to summarize, I want to create summary on a number of statistics. So in this case, I'm using the mean and the standard deviation. Easy, right? Now, I pass it in a list. I pass it in a named list. So I want to call this the average, which is the mean, and STD for standard deviation, or SD, or whatever. Now, I also want to format the way it's structured, the way the column names are arranged. So if I do this without, let's try this, without passing the names, what it does is, oops, okay, yeah. So what it does is it uses, by default, it creates the name, then it attaches the um name of the function. If it's named, it uses the name. If it's not named, it uses the function name. So as you can see, it arranges like this. So sepal length underscore average for the mean, sepal length underscore STD for the standard deviation. But I want it reorganized in the way I want it to be. So I want the function first, then the name next. So I do it this way. And as you can see, the average, which is the mean, comes first, then the column name comes next. So yeah, that is those are some examples on how to use the across function and summarize and mutate. This would really improve the way you code and the way you work with tidyverse and reduce repeated code. As you can see, this is not pretty at all. It's just too much, too many lines of code. And we can do this thing in just one line of code, as you can see here. So wonderful business. And I hope you apply this in your next project. And thanks for watching.